The PROSWIFT Act actually deals with the ability for us to better predict space weather events, and which are actually significant. In fact, just earlier, about an hour before being with you right now, we had the administrator of NASA who talked about that bill and how important it is for us to protect astronauts and missions going forward as we continue to move forward and are going to the moon, eventually to Mars, as well as our International Space Station. But in addition to the space program, people aren't aware of space weather. These are mass coronal injections of particles from the sun. They play havoc with communication systems. They can play havoc with electrical systems. This issue came to my attention from folks at the University of Michigan. We have one of the top heliophysics departments in the country. And if a large storm occurs, which they do occur, so it's not if, it's when, it can impact the Earth and actually have the impact of shutting down the electric grid widespread all across the country. In fact, Lloyd's of London estimates that if a large storm occurs, like we had back in the early 1800s, it could cause trillions of dollars of disruptions in our economy. Trillions, massive disruptions, power outages that could last for months. I mean, just think of New York City without power for months, what that could mean. So it's a significant issue. My legislation that I worked in a bipartisan way to get through will now allow us to better predict these storms and then be able to deal with them. These are catastrophic, and now we're leaning into it. And I was pleased to have certainly the comments from the administrator of NASA to say how important this legislation was, and it's important we're thinking ahead. We need to think before disaster strikes to be able to prevent it and to deal with it, not afterwards. And if we wait and we ignore these, it will be potentially catastrophic to our country.